that man would come and go. But friendships are the ones that will stay to the end. If you're an honest person, you don't want to be friends with someone that is a liar. It's only a matter of time that things will scatter. Oh my God, she's so cute, she's so pretty, let's be friends. That's not how it works, my darlings. Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, my name is Amaka. I'm also known as Diva Amaka. I'm a fashion model and a fashion and lifestyle creator. I share lifestyle vlogs, videos on fitness, modeling, my faith and self-development. So if you're interested in seeing videos like that, please don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to make friends and actually keep them. Friendship to me is not just about the quantity, it's about the quality. We're going to be talking about making and actually keeping real friends. Yes, emphasis on real. It's very easy to make friends, but keeping them, on the other hand, is where the hard work really is. So first of all, friendship has always been something I genuinely love. I just feel like you cannot do life alone. You need community, you need friends, you need real friends, and not just packing different people up and down your corner. Sometimes you just need like 2-3 genuine friends and you're good, you know. So friendship is something that has always been special to me. I've always been drawn to community and just building genuine connections. My first point would be, don't rush a friendship. Let it take time. Let it grow with time. I think I have a personal experience with that. One of the mistakes I made, maybe when I was a little younger, I'm not so far off to be honest, maybe like 7 or 8 years ago, where I'm still trying to learn the whole friendship thing. I rushed into friendship. There were lots of red flags, but because, you know, sometimes some people can just come and pose up as charming. You know, when you meet someone for the first time, everybody's always so nice and cute and like charming and bubbly and everything. It's with time that you get to know that person, who that person really is. Time really reveals character. It reveals someone's true character. So I would say take time out to study, observe the person's behavior, the person's patterns, have conversation. Sometimes just listen, don't even talk. Get to have like information about their past, because most of the time your upbringing, your surrounding, your past is what shapes you. So you need to pay attention to that when you're trying to cultivate a friendship with somebody. Don't just rush into it. Don't be like, oh my God, she's so cute, she's so pretty, oh my God, yeah, let's be friends. Yeah, that's not how it works, my darlings. Except you just want to have people you just have in your corner, just pack plenty people. But for real genuine connections, friendship that will stand the test of time, it's important that you actually take time. Do not rush the process, okay? I say it was a mistake I made because I just feel like if that friendship did not happen, there were a lot of things that might have not a lot of things, but basically there are just some things that would have been avoided, some drama, because I'm a drama-free person. I don't like drama in my life. I'm confrontational. Like if you have an issue with me, like have a conversation with me about it. I'd rather you have a conversation with me to my face than going behind my back and talking about me. So yeah, I'd rather you talk about it and trash it out. So I just feel it was something that I regretted doing, cultivating that friendship. The friendship lasted for like maybe 3-4 years. But after I found out, as I'm saying, time truly reveals character. You need to take time out. Don't just jump into calling someone your friend. You can have acquaintances and everything, but before you use that word friendship, like this is my true friend, this is my core, let that person go through different things with you, and you know, you see the person in different lights, different seasons, in different situations, and that's how you get to know the person's true character. So you take time out, and that can only happen with time. Yeah. My second point would be, don't be so stuck up, in the sense that you don't want to come off as mean and like unapproachable. Be open and be friendly to people. Let it be easy for people to come up to you and have a conversation and strike up conversations with you, especially if you're someone that truly wants to build connection. If you're looking for friends, maybe you're watching this video right now and you don't really have friends, and maybe you just have 1 friend or 2 friends. I mean, that's okay, but maybe you want to have like a couple more. I would say these are the certain things that you can do. Be more open, be likable. When you go out, when you're at events or you're in church or just anywhere you basically find yourself, just try to see someone and compliment them genuinely. You can tell them, oh my God, I love your hair, I love your bag, I love your shoes. Just a genuine compliment. People light up when you compliment them, and you never know, that could be a start of something beautiful. It could be a start of a beautiful friendship. I know a friendship that started in that way. It was just by like a little compliment, and before you know it, they started talking and they found out different things about each other. They found out that they had mutual friends and all that, but that all started from just a simple compliments. You might be an introvert and all, but like even if someone comes up to you to try to talk to you, don't shun them off. Don't give that off energy, because people can tell when you're just not a friendly person. Your vibe is just not giving. People can tell and they will stay away from you, and you don't want that for yourself, except you already have enough friends and you don't want new friends. No new friends, no new friends. Yeah, except that. But if you're someone that genuinely wants to have like new friendships, especially this new year, definitely be open and be approachable, be friendly. Another point to note when trying to make friends and keep them is find common interest. Okay, finding common interest is nice, but for me, I think I see common values as more important. I want the person I intend to be friends with to have the same values that I do. Values like honesty, loyalty, openness, vulnerability, stuff like that, like will actually keep the friendship. You can easily find someone one day and be like, oh my god, you like watching Friends? Oh, I like watching Friends too. Oh my god, you like posing in front of the camera? I like posing in front of the camera too. But yeah, what does it go from there? You know, after that, what next? Like, it's not just about the surface things. If you want to keep that friendship for a while, it's the values that would actually keep you guys and make that friendship last. If I'm being honest, if you're a loyal person, you don't want to be friends with someone that is disloyal. If you're an honest person, you don't want to be friends with someone that is a liar. It just won't work. It's only a matter of time that things will scatter, basically. So you want to put into consideration people that have the same values that you do. Basically, it's your faith, someone that loves God, goes to church, and has a personal relationship with God. You want to put that into consideration when you're making friends as well. You know, these are the things that are very important. They stand the test of time. Values are just who people are, and like I said, with time, all these things reveal itself. So you want to find someone that has common values as you do. Another thing I've noticed on how to make friends and also keep them is keeping in touch. So friendships are like plants. If you don't water them, they will definitely die. So you want to be genuinely interested in someone that you're trying to cultivate a friendship with or a relationship with. You call them, check up on them, genuinely be interested in what they are up to. Don't be fake about it and just because you want to hear information. Genuinely show interest in what they are up to or what they're about. Call them as often as possible. Send them a text. You can even send memes. What I do, my friends, sometimes we don't talk every single day, but we know that we're thinking about each other. Maybe via memes, we're sending each other videos just to remind each other. You never even know what they might be going through in a particular day, and you don't know if that meme that you sent or that video that you sent is what will make their day a little better. So like, share videos, share memes, share stuff with them. You know, just keep in touch. Don't just be a distant person. That friendship is not going to last if you're not keeping in touch. You're not talking to the person every day. Like, okay, maybe not every day, but at least 3 to 4 times a week. It's almost like my friends and I are in a relationship because we literally talk almost every day, if not every day, if I'm being honest. And I love that for me because, like I said, you can't do life alone. You can't do life alone. That man would come and go, but friendships are the ones that actually will stay to the end. Even when you're married, when you have kids, when you have a family, friends are those people that would stay through it all. And you want to make sure that you're with the right people. So yeah, in order to have that, you just need to keep in touch. You don't want to lose the best people. For me, making friends is very easy because I am very good at like socializing. I know how to communicate with people. I'm very open. I try to be obviously not so much of an open book because there's some things you want to keep to yourself. You don't just open your mouth and share. But communicating is what helps a friendship grow and helps you keep a friendship. So for instance, fights happen all the time. Misunderstandings happen all the time. You're two different people brought up differently. You were probably not even brought up in the same country or in the same state or whatever it is. Like, definitely they didn't grow up the same way that you grew up. But the most important thing is to have conversations. Having conversations is hard, if we're being honest. Having conversations is tough, but that's how to keep a friendship. That's the honest truth. You cannot just keep sweeping things under the carpet. It's only a matter of time that everything will scatter. You need to always talk about things, have those tough, hard conversations, because that's how you get to know more about each other. You get to know their likes and dislikes. You get to understand them better. If something is bothering you, talk about it. if something is bothering that friend of yours, be that person who listens. Don't just open your mouth and be defensive and all that. Yeah, I'm learning that too, because I used to be very, very defensive. This whole friendship thing is a journey, and you can never just truly get to the 100%, because like I said, like it's a constant learning process. So yeah, I'm learning to stop being defensive. Like I just listen, and if I wronged my friend and they're sharing their feelings or opinions about how I hurt them, I try my best to listen and then obviously apologize after, and then let them know that, see, this was not my intention. I didn't want to intentionally hurt you or make you feel bad, because that's never my intention. Anyone that really knows me knows that I'm not that type of person who just don't want to pay attention to you or do something to hurt you. Like, that's not who I am. So I try my best to just listen and communicate. Communication is very key. Even in romantic relationships, family relationship, like anything, communication is key. Even when you're having work stuff, like having conversation with a client or a brand, things are not communicated expressly, clearly. Like there can be issues along the way. So yeah, communication is very important. My last but not the least point is setting boundaries and respecting them. Honestly, it's in setting boundaries that you know the friend that is truly for you or not. Because when you set boundaries and those friends do respect them, then you know that friend is meant to be in your life for life. If you know what I mean.
We've got a badass over here.
Yeah, because you need to show respect. What might be good for one person might not be good for another person. And it's when you guys set those clear boundaries with each other, that's how that friendship can thrive. You don't want a situation where anybody just speaks to anybody anyhow. And yeah, when you set boundaries, if the person doesn't respect you, then that person is not supposed to be in your corner. Don't be afraid to set boundaries. You don't want a situation where it's just one-sided. Like, nah, it shouldn't be one-sided. In fact, one-sided friendship are toxic. They are very, very toxic. Don't cling to toxic relationships or friendship just because you don't want to be alone. No, there are like 8 billion people in this world. You definitely find your person. You definitely have that community of friends that do respect you, and even when you set boundaries, they respect your boundaries as well. They give you space when you need to have space. They are there for you when you need them to be there for you. Yeah, there's just that equal balance. Don't let anybody deceive you. You will just be drained if you're the only one doing all the work, or you're the only one, that keeps talking and talking and talking, and it seems like nobody's listening to you. Real friends will see your boundaries and respect them. Friendship is a two-way street. It requires effort, patience, forgiveness, love, lots of love, But like I said, there's a thin line between that. You don't want a situation where you're just constantly forgiving someone that is just intentionally being a toxic person. You don't want that in your space, because that's really, really draining. You need a safe space, like a healthy and safe space, to just be yourself and just unburden and just be vulnerable. Like, I think friendship is such a beautiful thing, and I'm so blessed and grateful for the friends that I have in my corner, the ones that are in Nigeria, the ones that are outside Nigeria. Sometimes friendship might not go the way you plan. Like, oh yeah, you can have friendship that has been there for so long, 10 years, 11 years, and then one day something just happens and like, that's the end of it. So my point is that do not die on the line. Like, oh my God, because this friendship has been for 7, 8, 9, 10 years. If it's not working anymore, just let it go. You can try your very best, obviously, to revive the situation or revive the friendship, but it has to be a two-way street. It's not just one person that's trying to revive it. Two people have to be willing to come together to do the work. It is hard work. I feel like friendship is like romantic relationship, literally. They are very similar. You just need to both put in the work. You have to be intentional about it. So yeah, I think these are just a few points that I do know of how to make friends and actually keep them. And what do you usually look out for before you make friends? Let me know in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. If you haven't, please, I'm watching you in 5D. Please subscribe. Leave a comment and share, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.